With the Mycelium resistance now operating in full swing, I have been assigned as head of Rendog for the organization. And as such, I enlisted the help of the world-famous professor of mushroom-related sciences, Dr. R&D Renstein PHD, to design a teleportation device that will instantly transport us into the heart of the Resistance HQ, so as not to give away its secret location somewhere on the HermitCraft server. We now join Dr. Renstein for the first ever test of the shroomporter. Watch as he configures the Mycelium hyperdrive array and dials in the coordinates of the Resistance HQ, and bear witness to the scientific marvel of space-time aperture manipulation as Dr. Renstein and the shroomporter are instantly teleported across the space-time continuum directly into the R&D Laboratory deep within the Mycelium Resistance HQ. Please ensure you are now wearing your protective eye goggles issued at the start of this demonstration to avoid any gamma shroom radiation damage to your retina. And let us now sit back and watch what truly is a breakthrough in teleport technology developed by the brilliant Dr. Renstein himself. Indeed, what a glorious day it is for science. Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the interbubs. This is Rendog coming at ya in another Minecraft episode from the HermitCraft server. We're kicking things off today, my friends, from just outside the new headquarters of the HEP in the commercial district, where it's starting to feel like things are quietly escalating here in Season 7 when it comes to Mycelium-related shenanigans. For the last few weeks, the Mycelium Resistance has been building a headquarters in a super secret location that we'll be working in today, and it looks like HEP has responded to this by building a rather unsightly monstrosity directly on some prime commercial real estate here in the shopping district, which I clearly can't even get into safely. Absolutely outrageous. I mean, it really is about the principle of the matter at this stage, guys, and today we're going to be sending Scar a very mushroom-tastic message. But for now, let's take a look at this very unintimidating HEP headquarters. Oh geez, mushrooms on the table, I see. Great job on containing the glorious spread of mycelium there, Heppers. Perhaps you need a few more meetings in this cute little boardroom to figure things out a little bit better, I think. I mean, there's mushrooms on the table in your HQ, my dudes. Jeez. Anywho, after seeing what Hep has come up with over here, I can, with extreme confidence, announce that the Mycelium Resistance definitely has the best headquarters on the server. And earlier this week, we had our second meeting from our new super secret Resistance HQ location. Check it out.
Welcome everyone to the, I guess this is the second Resistance meeting in our brand new headquarters. Take a look around.
This one's fancy.
Very fancy.
It's very lovely.
Ooh.
Good
The
job.
real me is here this time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, no, you were here.
Just speak.
You were
He's a
here
real
before.
boy.
Ren, you are head of R&D, which is obviously a Ren and Dog research and development,
Yes.
and it looks like you're ready. I mean, what is going on?
I've been doing mycelium experiments already.
I think they backfired.
I think they backfired. Dude, you've got every color on you except mycelium color.
Actually, that's true. I didn't notice that when I made the skin. Whoops. So we've been assigned as head of R&D for the Resistance, which means it is our job to come up with some awesome scientific contraptions to aid the Resistance in sending a message to Scar. Today we're going to attempt a crazy experiment that was inspired by one of you guys in the comments of the last episode. We're going to repopulate the commercial district with the now extinct Mooshroom bovinus. But first things first, we need to get ourselves into the Resistance HQ using Dr. Renstein's shroomporter device. Unfortunately, the first test didn't go too well, but that's because I think Dr. Renstein failed to configure the Mycelium hyperdrive array correctly. Luckily, the good doctor has constructed another shroomporter for us here in the Valley of Taji Ren, and I reckon if we make sure all of the mushroom levers observers are facing the same way this time, we should end up smack bang in the middle of the newly built mushroom breeding laboratory in the Resistance HQ. So let's get these shrooms lined up, plug in the HQ coordinates, and hope for the best, I guess. Oh jeez, this is kind of tingly, I gotta say, my dudes, but here we go. Did we end up in the right place this time? Yes! The shroomporter worked! And it looks like there's been no side effects either. Yep, I've got all my fingers and toes, and even though I'm feeling a bit woozy, this has been another victory for science. Nice! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dr. Renstein's R&D Laboratory, deep in the heart of our new and official super secret Mycelium Resistance HQ, a magnificent and opulent bunker designed by Mama Spore Grian and powered by the biggest freaking block of Mycelium I've ever seen. During our last meeting, each member of the Resistance was assigned a task, and we of course have taken up the role of Head of Rendog, which more specifically translates to Head of Designing a bunch of weird and wonderful machines for the Resistance. As such, I hired Dr. Renstein PHD to help us out with making science, and the good news is, he has already been hard at work designing a machine that will repopulate the commercial district with hundreds of mushrooms that were so brutally destroyed in the original development of the island. This morning, Dr. Renstein finished the construction of this glorious machine in the R&D laboratory, and he has named it the muplicator. Now, the way this thing works is actually pretty simple. We're going to breed mushrooms in a very scientific U-bend at the top of the muplicator, and the babies that are born are small enough to fit through the centerpiece of the U-bend and drop down through trapdoors into the collection flask below. Now, once the muplicator has produced and stored an insane amount of mushrooms, a very scientific switch will produce a water flow that will push the mushrooms into a water jet delivery funnel that will transport them at breakneck speed via a network of carefully configured geometric tunnels directly to the surface of the shopping district, where repopulation of this very rare native species can begin. But of course, before we can start breeding mushrooms in the muplicator, we need to find some new mushrooms and somehow get them back into the laboratory. Time for a scientific excursion, I think, my dudes. Over to you, Dr. Renstein. We now join Dr. Renstein over the skies of a deserted mushroom island in the far north of the server, where he has come to capture 3 wild specimens of Mooshromus bovinus for the muplicator. He discovers to his horror that this island has also been decimated of its native mushroom population. He does, however, receive great news on the airwaves that the Hedge Games competition is coming to an end, which boosts his spirits dramatically. Several thousand blocks later, Dr. Renstein arrives at an even more remote mushroom island, and upon first inspection, it seems untouched by the influence of hermit kind. Indeed, he discovers an entire herd of wild Mooshromus bovinus, who seem to instantly befriend this strange humanoid creature, perhaps because his hair smells all too familiar to them since its recent transformification. Dr. Renstein observes that these wonderful creatures adapt quickly and willingly to his capture processes, and even enjoy spending some time together in his boat, which is rather cute, but also rather wrong, notes the good doctor. With 3 specimens in tow, Dr. Renstein begins the incredibly long and dangerous journey back to the Resistance HQ, very nearly losing everything to a creepernus blow all your stuff up since 2010-us. On the way. A close call indeed, Dr. R. Although the journey lasts for several days, Dr. Renstein is also able to collect a few samples of other native beasts he discovers along the way, although some may question his ethics when it comes to scientific endeavor. That poor baby polar bear. How could you, Dr. Renstein? Of course, a few setbacks are imminent on such a journey of discovery, and unfortunately at one point, Dr. Renstein loses a piece of apparatus used to lead the specimens on the journey, and he is forced to abandon one of the Mooshromus bovinus in the deep ocean, with nothing but fate to guide its now uncertain future. Despite the setbacks, Dr. Renstein pushes forward and receives more good news on the airwaves that Bernie has declared a winner of the Hedge Games. Very exciting news indeed, if the good doctor can make it home alive, of course. Many days later, the doctor finally captures a glimpse of familiar shores and has managed, against all odds, to successfully return 2 specimens of Mooshroom bovinus from lands so distant, it now feels as if this journey of scientific discovery may have occurred in a different universe at a different time. Now all that remains for the good doctor is to deliver the specimens to the laboratory safely and install them into the muplicator to begin the repopulation protocol. Today, science has prevailed. Grian, I can't actually believe it, but we won.
I can believe it because we spent like 3 days collecting leaves.
Yeah, that's actually true. But we won the whole thing. Dude,
we did win.
This is amazing. I never win anything. Yes, the winner is Rendog. Yes.
Seeing as this was like your group, I'll let you do the honors of choosing, and then we'll. What do you want to do? Split it down the middle?
Yeah, we got to go 50-50. You know.
Sweet.
Yeah. I mean, look.
Okay, which one do you want?
It's got to be the netherite. You know.
Yeah.
It's too tasty. It's too beautiful.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said that.
I also want the bark imprint. So yeah, this is the one. I think this is the one. We get beacons and everything, dude. It's amazing.
Let's take it down and see what we got. Right. What do we got? We're having to use this hopper because we haven't got anything else.
Yeah. Professional Minecrafters.
Dude, this makes it super easy. So we get 10 diamonds each.
Yeah.
5 netherite blocks each, 20 gold, and 2 beacons.
Oh, amazing.
There we go. And you can have the bark imprint since it was your group.
Amazing. Well, all of that grinding down forest, definitely worth it, Grian. Thanks, Bernie. Bro.
Thanks, Bernie.
Now, before we continue on our great muplicator saga, dear friends, I made a big mistake in the previous episode that we need to correct today. You guys let me know in the comments that the gift box I received from Mumbo was in fact for me, and I was supposed to make a new gift box for Etho and not just give him Mumbo's gift with some new stuff in it. Yes, I derped pretty hard. Well, the good news is this week we spent many hours on stream making Etho a shiny new gift box, and we went on an epic adventure to collect 26 very rare mob heads to give to Etho instead. We even managed to find a notch apple on stream, which I know Etho will appreciate, along with some very rare mob heads indeed, like this very fancy endermite head, which we actually managed to farm using a ton of ender pearls and fall damage. Anyway, it took me a while to come up with a gift that Etho might like, and I reckon this rather strange skulker box of heads is exactly the kind of thing Etho may enjoy. He is, after all, a wonderfully weird fellow who loves the weird things about Minecraft, and what could be weirder than a box of assorted skulls and super rare apples, am I right? Now we just have to hope that Etho hasn't yet discovered the Mumbo gift box I left at his base last week. Hold your paws, Cyberdogs, because this gift box is just so much better, and I'd really love to give it to Etho instead. Let's head over to his base. Well, it looks like we might be in luck, my dudes. There are the 2 fake decked out boxes we left for Etho last episode, and it looks like they've not been touched yet, which is great news for us. Okay, let's do a little switcheroo here. We'll take back Mumbo's amazing gift box for ourselves and replace it with this very weird pink gift box of assorted weirdness for Etho, along with the Pass It On book and the other fake decked out box. Nice, the derpage has been undone, guys, and I really hope Etho enjoys his new gift box. That's if he ever finds it, of course. It's a few days later in real life, my dudes, and we're finally back in the R&D Laboratory and almost ready to begin the great muplicator experiment of 2020. Oh, and for those of you who are wondering what these sheep-wearing glasses are all about, they are in fact another experiment that Mama Spore Grian has been masterminding here in the laboratory. He's calling them his agents, which is why they're wearing those suits, and the plan for today is to not only flood the shopping district with mushrooms, but to also cover the island in these sheepy agents who, according to Grian's testing, are going to eat the grass of the shopping district so that the dirt they leave behind will be converted to mycelium, thus helping to naturally restore the island to its former glory. Genius, I say. However, before we meet up with Grian to unleash a tsunami of bovines and sheep on the shopping district, we need to fire up the muplicator and make a mega ton of mushrooms for the invasion. After many hours and much pain, Dr. Renstein managed to get a few mushrooms into the muplicator, and the breeding process has begun. It's actually pretty simple. We collect some organic wheat from the hydroponic farm here in the laboratory, we breed the mushrooms at the top of the muplicator, and slowly build up the baby count in the collection flask below. Now, the muplicator is also designed to breed mushrooms within the collection flask itself, which, as you can see, is now pretty much jam-packed with bovine goodness. Man, I think it's finally time to put this experiment to the test and fire up the muplicator, my dudes. Let the invasion of mycelium-loving beasts begin. Grian, we got one more bit of business to attend to, my friend.
We certainly do.
Yes, here in the laboratory of R&D.
Rendog.
Yes, I'd just like to say, I have created a wonderfully scientific machine to breed mushrooms. You've gone back to 2011.
I know, dude, I was just thinking to myself, oh, yours looks so much more professional than mine. Mine's just a pen full of sheep.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's going to do the trick. We still need to get the sheep into the muplicator, though. So, I don't really know how to do this. I guess, like, I can jury rig the machine a little bit here with some fencage.
Yep.
This should potentially work. Maybe, could you get the sheep into there somehow?
Well, I mean, there's probably enough of them that we can just, like, they'll just head on in.
There we go. Okay, perfect.
Science!
Science! Yes. Now, dude, I have no idea if this is going to work. You know, the muplicator should send all of these animals directly into the shopping district by my scientific calculations. And yeah, it's untested. I'm kind of worried, but are we ready? Should we unleash the beasts? Okay.
They're pushing it. They're all going. This is exactly what I... Oh, man.
There we go. Oh, my goodness. It's working.
It is working.
It's working. Wait, there's XP balls in there. We've had losses.
Now we just need to know whether they're actually getting out the other side. The sheep.
Yes.
There's a traffic jam over in Sheep Central.
Okay. Do you want to? Maybe you need to get in there and do a little bit of sheep moving.
Come on. Oh no, I'm in.
Careful, dude.
Bye.
Oh, we've got a serious traffic jam down here, my friend.
There's a serious traffic jam in here. Right, I'm out the other end.
Okay.
And I can scientifically confirm not a single animal has left the tunnel.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, well, we're off to a good start here then.
Right, my plan is to change out some of the blocks that are grass into mycelium so that it can all start to spread when the sheep eventually arrive, hopefully.
Okay, sounds good. My beautiful laboratory. What have you done?
Right, let's let them out. Oh, it's because water was flowing down. No wonder it's not working.
We're experiencing serious losses, but...
Really?
But with a couple of shoves, we're getting them in. Slowly but surely. There we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. Who would have known that a punch is a brilliant scientific tool? Whoops.
I think we should, like, breed these guys up and let's properly feed them into a tube instead of just... Yeah, this was awful.
Yes.
I think we should go round 2. Breed up more and get them all in properly.
Let's try that again. Grian, it's actually working.
It genuinely is working. They are decimating the grass. I'm yet to see a single block of mycelium spread, but it's working. They are taking down the grass.
This is absolute cow and sheep carnage, dude. Look at this.
I just can't believe it. Like, in my trial, it really didn't work that well. It took
it's
3
working
hours.
Brilliantly. And they're spreading out. They're going all over the place.
We need more
The mushrooms are back on the island. The native species of the island have returned.
We are restoring the shopping district to its former glory.
Yes.
Well, the sheep are.
Yeah. I mean, it worked in the end despite the losses. So I guess this is a win for science, Grian?
I think so, but don't you think we're going to need more sheep?
Definitely more sheep. And more cows. A lot more.
Let's break HermitCraft. Ren, I can't move.
Dude, this is definitely not science. This is getting kind of scary now.
This is illegal.
I think the server's gonna break, to be honest.
I literally can't get out. I'm not even moving. I'm just jumping and getting pushed.
Yeah.
Help!
All right, you're good.
Oh.
So, round
Right.
2.
Round 2.
Yeah, we've adjusted the muplicator.
Wait, do I need to open this up for them?
Yeah, you open that up. I'll open these up. Here they come. Here we go. Okay, sheep, you gotta move though.
In they go.
There we go.
Please work. Hey, this is going better than before.
It is? Are they going up the tube?
Yep, they
Yes.
are.
Yes.
I love them.
Dude.
I love
Oh
that.
my God. That's madness. That's brilliant.
Why is this so funny?
That is working a charm.
Go, my agents, go! Oh man, this has actually worked out so much better than I anticipated. I thought that they wouldn't spread. I thought that they'd get killed in the tube. I mean, we did lose a lot.
We did. There's been many casualties in this experiment, but it is now working beautifully.
Oh, man.
Look at them.
Success. R&D success.
Yes.
This was a mistake, Ren.
You okay in there?
No, I'm not. I'll tell you what. I'll meet you at the exit, okay?
Okay.
Now I'm
Good
going
luck.
in. Oh, I'm out. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Eat, my pretties, eat. Demolish the grass.
I think we might have broken the server though, dude. You know, I'm feeling the lag up
It's
here for
super
sure.
laggy. The server is not going to thank us for this one.
No. Well, it wasn't us, was it, G? It was,
No. It
Yeah.
was Mumbo.
We had nothing to do with this.
Yeah, it was Mumbo, dude.
And there we have it, my friends from all over the world. Dr. Renstein's great muplicator experiment has been a massive success for the Resistance, and the shopping district is now completely flooded with Grian's agents who are slowly turning all the grass to mycelium and living in beautiful shroomtastic harmony with an enormous herd of Mooshromus bovinus, who have once again made this island their home. Man, today has been a huge win for science, and an even bigger win for the Mycelium resistance. Nice! Anyway, my dudes, that's about gonna do it for today's episode. I am so freaking happy to see this island covered in mushrooms and sheep. Oh, it is truly a glorious sight. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And if you enjoyed the episode, please don't forget to smack the like button for the Mycelium resistance. My dudes, from myself and Dr. Renstein, we'll smell you all in the next episode.